I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
Eggs, my brother.
No, don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing his ground.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free. Make sure you guys go to Silent Hero Films, man. I just want to separate myself today, right now, man. I'm gonna show you what journalism is, man. When you go get the facts to the people, you know what I mean? Fuck the emotions, and I'm gonna use Money Brown's guy, Richard Schaeffer, man. I did an interview with Richard Schaeffer after the Wilder Fury fight in LA at Staples Center at the time, it was called. And but first, I want to play Adrian Broner's comments about the 40%. So we're clear, all right? Because I want to teach you guys a lesson about journalism. This is journalism. This ain't no emotional Hotep pro-black. I'm this, I'm that, I'm Team Spence, I'm Team Crawford. It's their fault, it's my fault. It's about money, y'all. And the moment black people understand economics and resources and become resourceful with their money and circulate their money in the community for more than 6 hours, then we'll get somewhere. But until then, it's just going to be emotional banter online. But listen, I'm the GOAT, man. I'm the greatest of all time. Listen, I just feel like being a journalist today, man. I feel like interviewing people today. Who am I interview? Let me know. And who y'all want me to interview? Oh, let me turn
Get 40% of your pay-per-view buys.
Ooh, wait. Let's see it again.
That's what people don't see. And you get 40% of your pay-per-view buys.
Yeah. I heard about that.
What?
I heard about
that. Let's hear it again before I go to Richard Schaeffer, because I'm going to play the whole. This is going to be a long video, guys, because I'm in the mood of teaching.
What people don't see. And you get 40% of your pay-per-view buys.
Yeah. I heard about that.
What?
I heard about that.
Okay, they get 40% of the pay-per-view buys on BLK Prime. It's about money. It's not your emotions. See, the most amazing thing is that black people on the line has made this a black on black issue. Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence, BLK Prime versus PBC. I made it about money and finances and the truth. This is what black people do. Black on black crime is not just Bloods and Crips and Vice Lords and what other gangs we got? Vice, those are only three I know off the top of my head. But Nation of Islam. But anyways, man, I want you guys to listen to Richard Schaeffer, because I think I did a Hall of Fame interview right here that y'all didn't view because it didn't have no TMZ shit attached to it. But pay attention.
Goes to the people where you buy the pay-per-view.
Wait, let's back it up. I asked
an example, or if it's $80 or whatever.
Wait, let me frame it so you
expose and promote the fight as much as you can, and then you get the pay-per-view. Hopefully, you get the pay-per-view results. And so the pay-per-view, like let's say,
I asked Richard Schaeffer to break down dollar for dollar where the pay-per-view goes. Okay, dollar for dollar. Keep in mind, he's done 3 of the top 10 greatest pay-per-views of all time, 3 or 4, with Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo, Floyd Mayweather. Y'all know the whole shebang. Richard Schaeffer is a G. I respect Richard Schaeffer. He actually helped me with my credentials when I didn't want to. I told him, nah, it's okay. I can do what I want to do. Richard Schaeffer stepped up to the plate because he's an honest man to me. I don't know how he is with y'all, but Richard Schaeffer is an honest man to me. So I have a great deal of gratitude for him. Anyway, let's move forward.
Let's say the pay-per-view price is $100. As an example, or if it's $80 or whatever. But in my example, let's say $100. Half of that money goes to the people where you buy the pay-per-view from. If you have, let's.
He said half of the money. So 50% of the pay-per-view goes to the cable provider, whether it's Charter, whether it's I don't have it no more, Charter, Dish, whatever the case. They take 50% off the top. So if it's 100, if you sell make 100 million, 50 million goes to them off the top. Listen.
Say you have DirecTV or you have Time Warner or you have Cablevision or whoever, the DirecTV, whoever you have, Dish, those where you buy it from, they get half the money. In return, they help market the event. You see like TV spots and stuff like that, they do that. Then the other half goes to the promotion. So,
okay, now we on the promotion side. The other half goes to the promotion. So the promotion is only dealing with 50%. No matter what pay-per-view it is, they're dealing with 50% of the gross income, of the gross revenue generated. Excuse me, not income, gross revenue generated. Here we go.
Let's say you do 1 million homes times $50, which comes to us. The other 50 goes to those other people, those cable systems and so on. So we have 1 million times 50. That's $50 million. Boom, there it is. Then you have the ticket sales, the venue, the ticket sales. Let's say it's a big fight. You sell 20 million. I'm talking about Wilder and Joshua. I, by the way, think that the pay-per-view is bigger than 1 million homes, but I'm just giving you an example. Let's say you sell $20 million worth of tickets. So now you have 70 million, right? Then you sell all the TV rights worldwide. Usually you sell them to about 180 countries.
Boom! This is what I'm teaching y'all motherfuckers, man. 100, you usually sell to 180 countries. I'm gonna stop it there, man. Listen. The breakdown is Trill, Real, Gazelle, West Side Real, East Side Real, East Coast Real, South Side Real, North Side Real. This is why I am the GOAT. Nobody in boxing is a better journalist than me. I don't give a fuck if you got a podcast, YouTube. Nobody's better than me, dog. Nobody does it better. 180 countries. I guarantee you, nobody at PBC, nobody at top rank don't do pay-per-views much. Nobody at the Zone inquired about the 180 territories. I told y'all don't listen to me. Y'all need to listen. So it should be itemized. So when you get your pay-per-view check, it should be itemized. The Philippines, Australia, Wales, England, Russia, Mongolia. But let's continue, man, because I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT. I make people feel, I give people hope when they feel like they don't.
So let's say, for argument's sake, you're going to get another 20 million from there. So now
20 million. He said, let's say you get another 20 million. So now we're at 90 million. 20 million for the gate, 50 million for pay-per-view, and another 20 million from 180 territories. 20 million from 180 territories. Let's listen.
You're at 90 million, right? So now you sell the sponsorships, the Coronas or the whatever it is. And let's say, you do some merchandising, the hats and the shirts and all the programs and all that kind of stuff, which in the end is really not that much. But in a big fight like that, it could be like $5 million. So now you're like at 95 million.
95. Richard Schaeffer is great with numbers. 95 million. Now let's move forward.
Then you're going to, something I started again, And unfortunately, not too many are doing it anymore. But once I'm going to start doing pay-per-views again, I will definitely do that again. Make the pay-per-view available in the movie theaters, so that people can watch in the movie theater and not just at home. Let's say girlfriend wants to take out the boyfriend for a nice dinner and then go, instead of watching a movie, go and watch a pay-per-view event. It's a different crowd than those who stay at home having a barbecue and buying the pay-per-view. So they really complement each other as two groups. So you have that. So let's say in the end of the day, you have $100 million in the pot.
Okay, now they have 100 million. The cable company already took 50. It grossed 150, but let's say it made $1 million. Now let's pay attention. Pay attention, because this is where they robbed the fighters. This is where they robbed the Earl Spencers, the Deontay Wilders, the Anthony Joshuas, the who else? Manny Pacquiao. Well, he's gone, but you guys get my point.
So then you say, okay, you deduct the expenses. What are the expenses? The undercard. You do a press tour, and I love to do elaborate press tours.
You love to feed us too.
Yeah, so exactly. You've got to feed the media. You've got to do an elaborate press tour.
Richard Schaeffer is the best at this. I will give him credit. But let me tell you this, and listen to me carefully, fighters: Earl Spence, Deontay Wilders, Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez. This is how they get over on fighters. Press tours. You have no idea how much press tours cost. Press tours are similar to how the movie industry, the music industry washes money with music videos. This is how they wash money. Yeah, they tell the guy, oh, it costs $3 million. It costs $1 million to make this music video, when actually it only costs $100,000. So they put the $1 million up against your earnings as a music artist. It's the same thing in the boxing industry. I'm giving away game. This should be a 10 million view video because I'm giving away game. Continue.
Get private jets, fly the fighters around.
Private jets. Promoters already have deals with private jet owners. You don't believe me? Ask Al Haymon.
The United States do separate, different, big events, like in front of the Alamo. We did a press conference in LA, closing down Hollywood Boulevard. We did one in New York, where the Statue of Liberty is, shuttling with boats the people out to the island where the Statue of Liberty is, and do a press conference underneath the Statue of Liberty. So I like to do like crazy shit, because what it does, it gets exposure on the news, and if you get exposure, you sell more pay-per-views, right? So you have to do all of that. So let's say, for argument's sake, between all the expenses, you have, $10 million in expenses.
$10 million. $10 million in expenses for a press tour. That's how they wash money. They're going to tell the fighter it costs $15 million. You don't believe me? Ask your pay-per-view fighters. Ask the Tank Davises. They don't know this, though. I'm giving y'all game. This is how Al Haymon makes money. He already got the deal with the people he's doing the press tours with. Trust me on this. Everybody. I'm just using Al Haymon's name. Don Kings, everybody. They already got the deals. You know what I mean? They already got the jet for $20,000, $30,000, but they're going to charge you $100,000. Trust me on this.
So you left $90 million in my example. So now
he has $90 million. Forgive me. He went up to $100 for the round number, so you guys understand.
$90 million are going to be split depending on the kind of split you agree with the fight. So if, let's say, the split is 50-50, then each one gets $45 million. If the split is 70-30, then, one guy gets 30% of 90 million, that's 27 million, and the other one gets, whatever the difference is, 63 million. So then that's a big difference, and that's why sometimes promoters, camps get so caught up in how are we going to split? How are we going to split? Because the difference, 1 or 2 points each way, might potentially be.
All right, now listen carefully, guys. Now you guys say, Fred, what are you talking about? At BLK Prime, let's say Earl Spence fights Terrence Crawford, and I'm not choosing sides. I'm giving you guys the real. The same way, I got to preface this for all the broke Negroes, man, who never got a check in their life before, eating dum-dums, gaining weight you gained 100 pounds during COVID, and you still ain't got up and walked or ran or went to the gym. All right, listen to what I'm saying. Let's say Earl Spence fights Terrence Crawford. Earl Spence gets 40%. Terrence Crawford get 40%. BLK Prime takes 20% above cost. Okay, so after costs, after their guarantees, etc., they get it. Listen to me carefully. Terrence Crawford doesn't pay a promoter. He doesn't pay a manager. Earl Spence doesn't pay a promoter. He doesn't pay a manager, or excuse me, / advisor. So there's no percentage coming off. He only pays what he guarantees his trainer and his team and his whatever the case may be. So you're getting a true 40%, whatever they negotiate. Do you understand? Let's move forward with the interview.
Millions of dollars. Now, you know, since you don't know what the pay-per-view numbers are, when we make a fight, when you make a pay-per-view fight, I go to fighter here and fighter there, and I negotiate a purse. I've got to guarantee them a purse. Now, I don't know how much the pay-per-view does. So,
did you say guarantee on the purse? Al Haymon wasn't willing to give Earl Spence nor Terrence Crawford a guarantee on the purse. This is how they rob the fighters, man. This is how they see. Whew, gosh. Oh my gosh. Continue.
So it's a risk for the promoter as well, because if the thing is a flop, if the pay-per-view is a flop, the promoter might lose money.
So you're on the hook with your investors to pay out that guarantee.
Yeah, I'm not with the investors. I am on the hook to pay the fighters I make a contract with. The purse, I guarantee them. I'm on the hook for that.
So Al Haymon doesn't give out guarantees because he doesn't want to be on the hook. Right? And I can understand Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor not taking a guarantee. But the first fight, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, must be a guarantee there. Must be a guarantee and a split on the percentage, on the split on the overall gross of the pay-per-view. This is just me being pragmatic, all right, and understanding. But the second fight, you might not want to take a guarantee because it's going to do at least 30% more because it's going to be a hell of a fight. This fight is going into the 10th round, y'all. I don't care who you're rooting for. This fight is going into the 10th round, and it's going to be thick. It's going to be thick in the 10th round. You know what I mean? Imagine, and it's going to look like a fight. Everyone's going to be cut up, shredded. When was the last time we seen at the highest level fighters cut up, shredded up? Tyson Fury ain't cut up. Wilder was. Fury wasn't. You know, Tank Davis only fights Latino, so they not really cut up like a black athlete. And excuse me for being direct. There's no more Fernando Vargas. There's not many Fernando Vargases in this world, but he cheated. So let's omit that. But you get what I'm saying. Go back and watch Meldrick Taylor versus Chavez. You can see the difference in body composition. Let's continue.
So I have to pay the fighters, and usually the fighters participate in the upside.
See, Al Haymon is negotiating for free. Al Haymon's, let me explain something. Al Haymon is assuming no risk. No risk at all. He fronts the money for the beginning of the promotion, which is probably $300,000 to $500,000, but he knows he's getting that back. And the fighters don't understand. America plus 180 different territories. Fighters don't understand what the 180 territories are, so they don't even think about it. Continue.
Right. So I am on the hook, so it's a big risk. And I've done probably in the last 10 years more pay-per-views than anyone. And I really know I have very elaborate spreadsheets which I develop and projections and different financial models and so on, which like I can just plug in the numbers and I got it. Nobody knows the pay-per-view business as I do and what the different revenue sources are. What would be the impact if we only do this or only do that? And you see right on the bottom line. So I mean, I have it really developed. But from all the pay-per-views, you know how many times I lost? That was like a fight I did. Thank God it was a small one. It was like lightweight lightning. It was in Mexico. It was exactly. It was in Texas. It was in. I know it was down there somewhere. I remember that.
I was there. I was at that fight. Isn't it funny? It was Valera. It was I believe it was Edwin Valera versus somebody. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't watched his interview. I didn't watch the second half of this interview, but let's continue.
Big pay-per-view. But other than that, in every other pay-per-view,
We're building up Edwin Valera to fight Manny Pacquiao.
I was always like spot on, or frankly, more conservative, because I like to be.
Edwin Valera was a troubled, sick man. Google him. All the young fight fans. Google Edwin Valera. 27 fights, 27 knockouts. I'm just going off quick memory, but he was a sick man. Google him.
Conservative than rather aggressive. You rather have a positive surprise. You rather have a conversation with the fighter when everything is said and done, and say, hey, by the way, in addition to the check you got on fight night, here is some more money. Look how well the pay-per-view did. And that's what I've always been able to deliver. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I have the reputation among fighters that, you know, they get paid well.
And how does the site fee play? So for example,
so now we get into the site fee. So now I'm giving you guys, this is a 360 view of what a pay-per-view is. So they're splitting 90 million. Before we get into the site fee, I want you guys to understand something. Against Al Haymon's model, they're splitting 90 million, right? With BLK Prime's model, they're splitting 150 million at 40% apiece, because you don't have to pay the TV companies. I want to omit what I just said, what I said earlier. You're splitting 150 million versus 90 million if you go to Showtime. I'm only going to tell the fighters the truth, y'all. Okay, do we understand what the hell Frederick is saying? You're leaving $60 million on the table at 40% a piece. Damn, God, damn. Let's continue.
MGM wants Joshua. They pay upfront money.
Well, you know,
how does that work?
I believe in the product I try to sell. So I don't want a side fee, because, you know, there's such thing even in boxing and everywhere else. There's no free lunch.
So you guys pay MGM.
I basically rather get a very good deal to get the venue. I don't get side money, and then I go and do what I need to do to sell tickets, because then I can keep the promotion can keep 100% of the money. But if I'm going to ask you to put up a guarantee and risk your own money, guess what you're going to say? You want to have some return. You want to get your money back, and then you want to make some return. So I don't want you to make a return. I rather make all the money for the fighters, because I believe in the fights I promote.
How much is it, like, to say ballpark? I understand your particular deals, but how much is it to get the MGM for that?
I can't tell you, but I bet you nobody has a deal like I do.
No, I'm saying just general.
You're probably looking at like $300,000, $400,000. You know, it's not just the rent, but it's the cleanup, it's the security, and so on. So you're looking at
$300,000 to rent the MGM for the week for the fight. All right. Yeah, we have it. So we're at 23 minutes. Damn, this be the realest. This be the realest. I'm gonna show you how they do press tours, and it's similar to the music industry. Music, let's see it. Music industry washes. See if they have it. Washes money with music videos. See if it's in here. I'm not gonna play it. How to make money in the music industry. See if they have it. You guys Google it though. They wash money. Anyways, y'all don't need to hear about that. But this is the most powerful, and this is the most powerful video I've done as it pertains to this, to give people clarity. And it's endorsed by Richard Schaeffer. The app goes worldwide. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't have to pay. There's no territorial blocks. They are when you go to terrestrial TV, when you go to Showtime. This is why Eddie Hearn said he's going to put them out of business, and which apps will. This is why CBS and Showtime is going to Paramount Global, because guess what? Paramount Global. See, you guys are not listening and paying attention. Paramount Global means Paramount Worldwide. It's one button to get to all the content all across the world on Paramount. If you guys don't know, if you watch TV and if you watch the channel on a different in a different country, it's different. If you guys have traveled, I've been over 30 countries and it's completely different. But no more. No more. You ain't got to pay for rights. The apps has not been neutered by the government. Do we understand what I'm saying? And so here we have it. Adrian Broner says you get 40%, and this we're just using round numbers. If Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford did $150 million total, they get 40% of the 150 million or whatever percentage they negotiate. I'm just helping you guys out. BLK Prime, they're not a promotional company. They're a platform that goes worldwide. You ain't got to pay Steven Espinoza. Well, Steven Espinoza would be BLK Prime, which gets the 20%. Right. You don't got to pay Al Haymon. You don't have to pay TGB Promotions because guess what? BLK Prime has that all locked into their 20%. It's not the 33% you got to pay your manager or the 10% you got to pay your promoter or vice versa. No more of that. That's the difference, man. I'm not pro BLK Prime. I'm not anti PBC. I'm pro the truth. Let me pull me up. Y'all need to see me. I'm pro the truth. I'm pro truth. I want Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford to make the most money possible. They came this far. This is too close. They came this far. I'm not giving Time Warner, Dish Network 50% just because they're on TV. You don't need TV no more. I only watch TV for live sports. And everybody that watches this video, I'll guarantee you 70% of your viewership is live entertainment, live sports. Barbershop conversations, man. I'm the greatest journalist of all time. The greatest journalist of all time. And let's go back to what Richard Schaeffer said at the beginning at about right here. And I'm going to play Adrian Broner. He says they take 50% off the top.
It's an example, or if it's $80 or whatever, but in my example, let's say $100, half of that money goes to the people where you buy the pay-per-view from. If you have, let's say you have DirecTV or you have Time Warner or you have Cablevision or whoever, DirecTV, whoever you have, Dish, those where you buy it from, they get half the money.
Ooh, they get half the money. But let's go to AB. Let's go to AB and see what AB say.
Yeah.
That's what people don't see. And you get 40% of your pay-per-view buys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
I heard about that.
What?
I heard about that.
Barbershop conversations, man. I'm the GOAT. I give people hope. I make people feel like they're rich when they broke. I'm gone. Peace.